So, here we are with Final Fantasy VII. I have played this pretty much since the game came out. So, this is not a new game for me. I have played it many times over the years, and I have enjoyed every single time I have played it. And here we get to play it once again. So, let's go. Oh, it's dumb. Yeah, I will adjust the sound if it is too loud. I already double-checked it before, but I'll recheck it after this. But yeah, I did stream this one, I think it was like sometime last year or whatever, but I was also working with like other games and whatnot. But this time around, we are going to be doing an actual playthrough. So that is the plan. As to what that entails, it's probably not going to be like a true 100% because there are still things in this that I have trouble with. Like the roller coaster is a pain, and some of the other mini games are difficult for me too. So, yeah, we'll do what we can in the playthrough. Yeah, definitely. Who knows? Yeah, and for those of you that are wondering, this is the PlayStation 4 version of this. So it has a little bit of a change between the original and this remaster, so to speak. This was polished up a little bit, has a couple of new Joker commands that let you change the speed of the battle, I think. That lets you do a couple of other things. About times in Final Fantasy. Well, the last one I played was, what, Final Fantasy 12? I never finished it, because I was also kind of getting bored, because that one had quite a bit. I was going to do 10, but there was, like, an issue with the sound that I couldn't do, so that'll have to be, like, another time for that one. So, before we move here, we do have a couple of things that are interesting. So, let's double-check this. Okay, so that's the same. Yeah, we'll leave that. Alright, so ATB active. We're gonna have this go all the way. Probably right about there. So, a couple of things that I've noticed throughout the years is that I don't know if anybody actually does realize, but these two guys that are next to the train, they do have potions on them, and it actually does not matter which one you talk to because each one has one, but each one also has a toggle for both of them. So if I click on this first dude twice, I'll get 2 potions, which is kind of funny. So. No, it's not over. I just wanted to take a break from Dragon Quest because I didn't want to get burnt out. It was mostly because of the horse racing. The horse racing kind of... it actually was getting to me. Alright, so pretty much get everything we need so we can go. Alright, so I am kind of thinking about if I should talk with a dialogue here. I'm not really sure. I suppose I could, considering this is a new playthrough, but I'd imagine most people kind of know this game anyway. So, I think at one point I probably will. I'm just going to get through this first section here because I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Oh, Tokyo Xanadu? Yeah, so I do have plans on playing that one again. When I'm done with Death Stranding, I'm going to switch over to Tokyo Xanadu. Yeah, because Hogwarts Legacy is going to be going on for a while, because that one is a bit longer. But Death Stranding, that one's probably going to last for another, I don't know, maybe month and a half, maybe. Death Stranding can be quite long too, especially if you do like 100% or whatever. So, and I could always switch back and forth every other week too. So, no, that's definitely something we can do. Oh yeah, yeah. I did plan on returning to it because Tokyo Xanadu, it was the first time I've ever played it. I pretty much played it twice and then I streamed it again. So, yeah, keep on keeping on. Yeah, Death Stranding is a lot of fun. I would like to play the second one. I would just need a PlayStation 5. Yeah. I did spoil myself for the story of the second one, which I'm glad I did because it is amazing. One of the rare examples of a sequel being better than the first game. But yeah, either way, I definitely love what Kojima did for the first and second one. So. Yeah, I am patiently waiting. Yeah, so we got Barrett, we talked to Biggs, and then we talked to Jesse. And Jesse again. Alright. Bow, 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 bow. Now, playing this game, I was actually one of the many that were excited when this game had gotten a remake. Definitely. This one was talked about over the years. Of it getting a remake. They had done a kind of like a technical demo for the PlayStation 3, which at the time was pretty impressive with what they had done. But eventually they had worked on it for several more years, and then we had gotten Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I feel like a lot of the Final Fantasy community we're definitely blown away. So, yeah, definitely really good one. Yeah, and I think within the last 2 weeks or so, we had gotten the announcement of Final Fantasy VII, whatever that third one is called. Yeah, we had gotten the announcement for the third game. Do I know any good ROM hacks for the 3DS? No, because I don't have a modded 3DS. So I do not. Alright, talk to Jesse. Yeah, unfortunately I do not. What about the lag? Of course I missed. Yeah, I would imagine you'd be able to find it. Yeah, so I'll take these guys out. And this right here, if anybody does the farming for levels in here, this is the best fight. Alright, so we're gonna head down and grab the potion. Now, sometime last year, I made an attempt to get level 99 in the reactor. It became really tedious when I was like midway level, like I think it was like level 46, 47. No, I do not. Yeah, and like you said too, it's like if you looked up on Reddit, you'd probably find anything you need. Wow, why is there... Shouldn't be any lag with this. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps skipping like that. Ugh. Alright, so this is what I wanted to do. Going back to what I was saying earlier, I attempted to do a level 99 in Reactor, and at one point, yeah, it just got... It started getting, like, more tedious. So I kind of stopped doing that, but we're going to be switching over to... Oh, that was the background. We're going to be switching over to that save. So note the levels here. Cloud is level 7. Barrett's level 6. We are 11 minutes into the game. So what we're going to do here... we're actually going to load up that save. And we did actually glance over it. Level 46, 21 hours. So, level 46 for both Cloud and Barrett. 21 hours, we got $145,000. So you could say we've done this for a little while. We also got some limits because we were able to kill a bunch of monsters. For both of them. And since we fought so much, we also have a bit of stuff we could sell. Ethers I usually sell in the beginning of the game because they make for a pretty good amount of money. And we should be good to go. Sell. Yeah, I did a little bit of off-camera mining. Yeah, pretty much, yes. Yeah, so what I normally do when it comes to Final Fantasy VII, I usually spend a little bit of time in the reactor until about level 15 or so, level 20, right around there, and then I continue on. But since I have this save data now, I can pretty much switch to this one, and it's going to help us out pretty much for the rest of the game, because we have a bunch of spending money. The spells that we already have are already up to level 3. They're already maxed out. We already have all the limit breaks for Barrett and Cloud except for level 4. And we're strong as shit. Especially for this battle, because this one is also a very unique one. Depending on how fast we take it out, it actually changes the final battle against Genova. Or, no, correction. One of the final battles against Sephiroth, because it gives us the ability to change into 3 different parties. So we're pretty much just going to one-shot him, and we are good. Yeah, time to mosey. Yeah, so we're gonna take our time getting out. I'm gonna get Barrett that. And we're just gonna move right out. I am going to lower that a little bit. Oh, okay. Really? Because that's a separate... Oh, I didn't know that. The alarm sound is on a separate track from the sound, the music. Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, so I'll just take these guys out. Yeah, as you can see, we're going to be just fine for quite a bit of this game. Yeah, I actually didn't know that about the sound. So I guess there are like 3 different tracks, oh, 2 different tracks. Yeah, so Jessie gets stuck, so we'll help her out, and then she runs off. Because we need her to activate the security doors. Alright, I'll take these guys out normally. Yeah, so this right here was the battle I was talking about. This one was the best one that we can use to farm levels. Because we fight 4 enemies and we get about 90 experience per battle. It's a pretty common one down where Jessie is. So staying down here for hundreds of hours is pretty much the go-to thing when it comes to getting levels. Correction. 80 experience. And for the most part, you usually get a potion every time, too, so it keeps you pretty much continuing with Barrett and Cloud's health. So we're gonna make our way out through here, pretty much back where we came from. Now, there was a chest that we could get earlier, but we kind of skipped it because I believe I already got it. But we're going to take a look anyway. Down here we can get a Phoenix down, and yeah, we already got it. I guess I had picked it up earlier. So we're going to take these guys out. Yeah, and the cool thing with this, too, is that when we get new characters like Aerith, Tifa, Red, Yuffie, Vincent, Sid, they are also going to be sharing levels as well, so they're going to be around the same level that Cloud is at, which is also pretty handy. Alright, there we go. Bwah, 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 bwah. Alright, goodbye, first reactor. Yeah, by the way, I was actually really impressed with what they did with the remake, with the reactor explosion. It was really good. Not only with the reactor explosion, but the guard scorpion fight, the lead down into it. Definitely really good. Stand back, it's about to blow. Yeah, time to leave, because we're going to head to Sector 8. Yeah, if it's about the money, we'll figure it out. But since we don't really need that, it doesn't really matter too much anyway. Yeah, because he gives us $2,000 later. But here we have another character, Aerith. Now, the big thing with her is that the entire community is divided as to what her name actually is, and technically, both are correct. It's both Eris and Aerith. Even though technically, because of the data that's in the game, it is Aerith, even though of the accidental default into Eris. So we're going to say, hey, don't see many flowers, and we're going to grab one. Because we are going to give it to Tifa. Yeah, the reason why her name defaults in Eris was because of a translation error that was done for this game by the localization team. I think it was because they thought that Aerith was supposed to be like an S instead of a TH, so they changed it, and that's why it defaults in Eris. So, either way, yeah. And there is a way that you can see her actual name if you... there's a way to glitch her name in. Can't remember how it's done. Yeah, we do have the option to fight these guys. It's pretty much 3 battles, but we're going to skip it. Yeah, so if you glitch her into the party, or her name or whatever, instead of the default Eris, it actually becomes the actual name of Aerith. Which was actually pretty cool, because I guess a lot of people had not known that at the time. Yeah, so we just wait for these 4 to continue on, then we're going to hop onto the train. Ugh. Yeah, I think after this part, I'll start talking dialogue, just so it sounds like we're doing an actual playthrough. And if I remember like any tidbits about the game, then I can talk about them. Yeah, so Cloud comes in after landing on top of the train, and then they pretty much talk for a bit. You were worried about me? Wake up. We're moving out. Hey, Cloud, you were great back there. Cloud, we'll do even better next time. Careful, I'll shut this. Oh, Cloud, your face is pitch black. There you go. Say, thanks for helping me back there at the reactor. Well, we kind of had to, because she was the only one that could unlock the security gate. Last train out of Sector 8 station. Last stop is Sector 7 train graveyard. Expected time of arrival is 12:23 a.m. Midgar Standard Time. Yeah, make yourself at home. This is why I hate the train. I hate the last train. Oh boy. Huh? This is my house, so make yourselves at home. See the headlines in the Shinra Times? The terrorists that bombed the #1 reactor are based somewhere in the slums. Blowing up a reactor. They sure put some thought into this one. They must have had a real calculating leader. I wonder what they'll do next. Yeah, I wonder. Hey, Cloud, do you want to look at this with me? It's a map of the Midgar rail system. Let's look at it together. I'll explain it to you. I like this kind of stuff. Bombs and monitors, you know, flashy stuff. Okay, it's about to start. This is a complete model of the city of Midgar. It's about a 1/10,000th scale. The top plate is about 50 meters above the ground. A main pillar supports the plate in the center, and there are other support pillars built in each section. The number 1 reactor we blew up was in the northern section. Then there's number 2, number 3, all the way up to the number 8 reactor. The 8 reactors provide Midgar with electricity. Each town used to have a name, but no one in Midgar remembers them. Instead of names, we refer to them by numbered sectors. That's how things turned out. Whew. Look what's next. Look! This is the route the train is on. The route spirals around the main pillar. We should be coming around the center right now. Each checkpoint has an ID sensor device. It checks the identities and backgrounds of each passenger on the train, and is linked up to the central data bank at Finner headquarters. We definitely look suspicious, so we're using fake IDs. Now, speak of the devil. That light means that we're in this ID security check area. When the lights go off, you never know what kind of creeps will come out. We're almost back now. What a relief. Look, you can see the surface now. The city don't have no day or night. If that plate weren't there, we could see the sky. Ugh. A floating city. Pretty unsettling scenery. Huh? Never expect to hear that out of someone like you. It's full of surprises. The upper world, a city on a plate. It's because of that damn pizza that people underneath are suffering. And the city below is full of polluted air. On top of that, the reactor keeps draining up all the energy. Why doesn't everyone move onto the plate? Don't know. Probably because they haven't got no money. Or maybe because they love their land no matter how polluted it gets. Yeah, I know. No one lives in the slums because they want to. It's like this train. It can't run anywhere except where its rails take it. Yeah, so anytime when it feels like Barrett is swearing, I will improvise. Just to keep it, like, more natural. Because I think he does in the remake. I can't remember. I feel like he does, yeah. So. Yeah, so I'll just wait for Barrett to say something. Yo, get over here, y'all. This mission was a success, but don't get lazy now. The hard part's still to come. Don't y'all be scared of that explosion. Because the next one's going to be bigger than that. Be back at the hideout. Move out! Well, I suppose we can, because there isn't anything right here we can do. Alright, so I'm going to save right here. Let's see. So this was the one that I was doing last year, so we could probably do this one again. Okay. And we'll move on. Yeah, so the characters that we find in that screen, they do talk. The guy that's up near the pillar, it shows a screenshot of the pillar where it just pans up and down. Him talking about the pillar. Alright, so first things first, we're going to be selling a couple of things when we can. The shop right there is closed, so we're going to go in here. We're going to talk to this guy because we need to do... Yep, that's me. Everyone's going to start some time. Alright, so that right there will unlock the second floor stuff, which we can get a couple of things. We can buy a couple of things here, but we're going to be selling ethers. As you can see, it's definitely nice to have a bunch of these, even though we don't really need much. Okay, Iron Bangle. We already got the assault gun. We can get 4 of these. And at this point, we don't really need grenades because everybody is like over level. So we'll just move on. Alright. Yeah, we'll talk to Barrett to continue on. Okay, go on ahead. Papa! Not quite. Marlene, are you going to say anything to Cloud? Welcome home, Cloud. Looks like everything went well. Did you fight with Barrett? Yeah. Well, I should have known. He's always pushing people around, and you've always been in fights ever since you were little. I was worried. Flowers? How nice. You almost never see them here in the slums. But flower for me? Oh, Cloud, you shouldn't have. Thank you, Cloud. It smells wonderful. Maybe I should fill the store with flowers. It's not a store. Alright, so first off, they made a bunch of dialogue changes when it comes to the original and the remake here. I believe in the original Tifa said bar. This is not a store. This is an actual bar. Yeah, and if I remember some of the other ones, and we will we will be seeing them. Because they are some of my favorite ones. Papa, welcome home. You alright, Barrett? Great. Get in here, fools. We're starting a meeting. And I believe, yeah, it still says Texas in the upper right, which is kind of funny. Sit down. How about something to drink? Yeah, give me something hard. Alright, just a minute. I'll wait. Make one for you. You know, I'm relieved you made it back safely. What's with you all of a sudden? The job wasn't even tough. I guess not. You were in Soldier. Make sure you get your pay from Barrett. Don't worry. Once I get that money, I'm out of here. Cloud, are you feeling alright? Yeah, why? No reason. You just look a little tired, I guess. Yo, Cloud, there's something I want to ask you. Was there anyone from Soldier fighting us today? None. I'm positive. You sound pretty sure. Yeah, if there was anyone from Soldier, you wouldn't be standing here now. Hey, don't go thinking you so bad just because you were in Soldier. Hiya! Yeah, you're strong. Probably all of them guys in Soldier are. Don't forget that your skinny ass is working for Avalanche now. Don't get no ideas about hanging on to Shinra. Stay with Shinra? You asked me a question and I answered it. That's all. I'm going upstairs. I want to talk about my money. Wait, Cloud? Tifa, let him go. Looks like he still misses the Shinra. Shut up. I don't care about neither Shinra nor Soldier. But don't get me wrong. I don't care about Avalanche or the planet for that matter. Yeah, so there's that fight. Listen, Cloud, I'm asking you, please join us. Sorry, Tifa. The planet is dying. Slowly but surely, it's dying. Someone has to do something. So let Barrett and his buddies do something about it. It's got nothing to do with me. So, you're really leaving? You're just gonna walk right out and ignore your childhood friend? It doesn't really matter which one we choose because it's the same dialogue. You forgot the promise, too. Promise? So you did forget. Remember? Cloud, it was 7 years ago. Look, the well. Do you remember? Yeah, back then. I thought you would never come, and I was getting a little cold. Sorry I'm late. You said you wanted to talk to me about something? Come this spring. I'm leaving town for Midgar. Well, all the boys are leaving town. But I'm different from them. I'm not just gonna find a job. I want to join Soldier. I'm gonna be the best there is, just like Sephiroth. Sephiroth? The great Sephiroth? Yeah. Isn't it hard to join Soldier? I probably won't be able to come back to this town for a while. Huh? If you make it, will you be in the newspapers? I'll try. Hey, let's make a promise. If you ever get really famous and if I'm ever in the bind, you'll come save me, alright? What? If I'm ever in trouble, my hero will come and rescue me. I want to experience that at least once. What? Oh, come on, promise me. Alright, I promise. Yeah, I feel like some of that dialogue was also changed, too. It's been a while since I played the original one. You remember now, don't you? I promise. Look, I'm not a hero and I'm not famous, so I can't keep her promise. But you got your childhood dream, didn't you? You joined Soldier. So come on, you gotta keep your promise. Wait a sec, big-time soldier. A promise is a promise. Here. Money. Like we need it. This is my pay? Don't make me laugh. What? Then you got the next mission lined up? I'll do it for 3,000. What? It's okay, it's okay. We're really hurting for help, right? That money's from Marlon's schooling. 2,000. Thanks, Cloud. Yeah, so there we go. We got recruited yet again to help out Barrett. Alright, so seeing as how it's the next day, we can head down to the shop after we talk to them real quick. Morning, Cloud. Did you sleep well? Barrett's snoring kept me up. Hey, keep it down, they'll hear you. Barrett's always edgy before an operation. I'm going this time. Our target's a Sector 5 reactor. Head for the station first. I'll fill you in on the train. Yo, Cloud. Before the next mission, I got something I want to ask you. I don't really know how to use materia. I'll give you that materia we found, just teach me how to use it. Alright, I'll explain it. Yeah, so yada yada yada, blah 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 blah, materia, we already know how this works. Yeah, so when it comes to the... How do I explain this? There is a dating scene that happens when we get to Gold Saucer. I believe it's the second time, right? We end up with 4 different options depending on the dialogue choices and what we do with dialogue progression. Oh, dialogue progression, team choices, and a couple of other things. We could get Tifa and Aerith. We can get Yuffie, and we can also get Barrett. Tifa and Aerith are the easiest ones to get because it pretty much just depends on pretty much whatever goes on. So it's usually an either or with those two. Yuffie is a little bit harder to get because we have to try not to interact with Tifa and Aerith as much and pretty much interact with Yuffie more. As for Barrett, he is the hardest one to do because of you have to do like a really specific route when it comes to interacting with both Aerith, Tifa, and Yuffie, and you have to prioritize Barrett. And one of the options that we have to do for Barrett is doing this tutorial. So even though this takes a bit of time, in order to date Barrett, this tutorial right here about the materia is actually required. Damn, what's this? It wasn't that tough. Crap, I don't get it. You just handle the materia, Cloud. Yeah, so the materia just gives us access to the magic skills, support materia that help out with other spells, and summoning. Cloud, I got a message from the weapon shop man upstairs. He has something he wants to give you. Don't forget. Marlene, you watch the store while we're gone. It's not a store. Alright, good luck. Yeah, she's gonna tend the bar. What was up with that lag? Alright, so we got stuff here that we can buy. Oh, it's a customer. Don't need potions, but we're gonna be getting a few of these. Probably 40 of them. Let's see, I could get fire now, but since we're going to be getting it later on with Red, he automatically has some equipped. We're actually not going to buy that. But we are going to check the other levels that we have. And we're also going to equip the other ones. So we're going to give her that. So as you can see, because of all the fighting that we did for this save, these were already level 3 with 6,300 AP left for both of them. So definitely useful. So magic-wise, Cloud is pretty much the strongest one that we have for magic. So we're going to be having him use Restore. We're going to give Barrett Lightning and then Tifa Ice. So we should be good with that. And as you can see, because our levels were so high, Tifa is already at level 44, so she is good to go. The only thing with her is that we're going to have to build with limits, which is fighting monsters and using limits themselves. Which shouldn't be too long, actually. So. Alright, so we're going to scoot over to the weapon shop. We don't have to talk to any of them, because we don't need to. The kid that's walking around gives us access to the 3rd floor inn, but we don't need it. The only thing we need here are 2 different things. So we're going to get the all materia, which is useful. Hey, you got one right off. That was materia. Next, takes this treasure chest. Alright, we got another ether. So, this area right here pretty much has a bunch of characters that talk about the various systems that are in this game, such as the save point, how the battle system works with limits, finding stuff on the ground, and whatnot. But since we already know what's going on, the only big thing that we get here is the all materia, and that's it. And I usually pick up the ether, because I usually sell that. We are going to give that to Cloud so we can have an all restore. And then we can head out towards the station, if I can actually move around here. Yeah, there isn't anything else we need. Yeah, so there is a side story here. The character with the red hair that was right here, that's Johnny. He actually makes an appearance a couple of times. And what was really nice with the remake was that they kind of fleshed him out as a character, which was kind of nice, because in this he's more of like a side character that doesn't really have much going on, but he does actually have a little bit of a story, which is kind of interesting. And we also got to see, I don't know if I'm sure we probably see Johnny in the 3rd game, but we did see him in the 2nd one, Rebirth, which is kind of nice. So. Yo! This ain't no private car, so split up! Ugh, hoodlums again. God, don't I just have all the luck? You say something? I said, you say something? Now look at that. It got empty all of a sudden. What's going on? Damn. It's empty because of guys like you. Yeah? Yeah, you see the news, right? Avalanche said there'll be more bombings. Only devoted employees like me would go into Midgar on a day like today. You work for Shinra? I won't give in to violence. Bear it! Damn, you... So, what are we gonna do now? Damn, how are you so calm? You're busting up my rhythm. Oh, looks like they just finished connecting the cars. Oh, we're finally leaving. So what's our next target? Listen to Mr. Serious about his work. Alright, I'll tell you. Jesse's probably already told you, but there's a security checkpoint at the top plate. It's an ID scan system checking all the trains, which Shinra is very proud of. We can't use our fake IDs anymore. Good morning and welcome to Midgar Lines. Arrival time at Sector 4 station is 11:45. That means we got only 3 more minutes to the ID checkpoint. Alright, in 3 minutes we're jumping off this train. Got it? Yeah, so we might as well enjoy it. Cloud, come over here. Let's look at the railway map monitor. Which we already did earlier. Oh, they're the only ones that talk to me or come to my house. I'm impressed. Yeah, this poor guy. Don't worry about me. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I'm gonna brag to everyone about working out this. Looks like you've seen this already. It's alright. Come a little closer. Wow, 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 wow. That's odd. The ID checkpoint was supposed to be further down. Type A, security alert. Unidentified passengers confirmed. A search of all cars will be conducted. Repeat. Type A, security alert. Unidentified passengers confirmed. A search of all cars will be conducted. What's happening? What's going on? Oh, we're in trouble. I'll explain later. Hurry, get to the next car. Damn it, someone blew it. Unidentified passengers located in car number 1, preparing for lockdown. Let's go, keep it up. Yeah, so we are given a limited amount of time, and depending on what happens, we can actually get kicked out in certain spots. Car number 1 locked down, upgrading to level 2 warning. Hurry! They're locking the door, sir. Just run. Changing the plan too. Yeah, so we're just going to run right through because we don't need anything here. There are a couple of items that we could get here, like a potion and a high potion, depending on who we talk to. There's also someone that steals money from us. I think they steal like $70 or maybe $100 or whatever it is. Other than that, there really isn't that much that goes on here. Car number 2 locked down, upgrading the warning level 3. Alright, we clear? No, not yet. They're starting another check. If we're caught, we're done for. But don't worry, if we move up the train car by car, well, you should get past it. Hiya! Yeah, so unidentified passengers moving in front of the train, currently tracking location. So we currently have 206739. Yeah, so 206639. So that guy steals $100. We can talk to him again whenever the timer is like really low, like below 5 seconds, and then we get the money back. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Or we could just leave because it's only $100. Car number 4 locked down, upgrading to maximum security alert. Alright, we made it. Yo, this way. Yeah. Let's go. We're gonna dive out of here. Scary, huh? Ah, too late for that now. Why'd you come along anyway? Because. Hey, you two. Ain't no time for that. Yeah, I made up my mind. Watch closely. I'm gonna jump. You don't care if I go first? A leader always stays until the end. Don't worry about me. Just go. Yo, don't go getting your spiky ass hurt. It's only the beginning of the mission. Later, you take care of the rest. Yeah, as Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse pretty much stay behind. Good. So far, everything's going as planned. Don't let your guard down until we get to the Sector 5 reactor. Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse got everything ready for us, so move it. Your reactor is just down this tunnel. And that's what we'll do. Right into the fight. And it's kind of a pain. Oh, no, we got these guys. These guys are fine. Yeah, time to hit some enemies. Goodbye. This is going to take forever. I really should speed it up, but whatever. Yeah, so these guys attack with Silk first, which slow us down. By a fair amount, but we don't really have to worry about it too much. As you can see. And we got Spiderweb. Alright, those light beams are the Shinra security sensors. Can't go any further. Ah, that's one damn tiny hole. You telling me to squeeze into that to get under the plate? No way. Yo, Clown, what are we gonna do? We're going down. Ah, but damn, man, that thing gives me the chills. And I'll take that. Banana. Yeah, there are a few enemies we can fight through here. So we're going to be encountering Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse through here as well. And we actually get a back attack against these guys too. Interesting. Yeah, so we'll attack normally for now. We're going to have Tifa attack again. Because we do want to get her to use her limits. Taz beckons. Yeah, see here we have Wedge. Cloud, this way. The reactor is up this ladder. Yeah, so it doesn't matter which ladder we can go to. There's also that one right there in the middle. It pretty much leads to the same spot. Because we find Jesse through here. Because she talks about the IDs. So we're going to grab that. I'm sorry. The ID scan problem on the train was all my fault. I modified your ID card, and that's what did it. I did my best, but I failed. Yeah, so that's why when we were on the train, we noticed that the scan pretty much like stopped pretty much when Barrett left, but it was insinuating that it was Cloud's ID. I went through the wrong one. Yeah, their IDs was fine because they were still on the train, and then the thing went out. Oh, and Jessie disappeared. I didn't know that. I didn't know she left. Yeah, we should have Biggs right over here. Yeah. We're going to pull out now. We'll meet up at the hideout. Cloud, we're counting on you to blow up the reactor. Alright, so we're going to grab the tent. We're going to fight, I suppose. We're gonna have Tifa take these guys out. Yeah, the more enemies I can take out with Tifa now, the less I have to later on. Could just wait until we get to the Mithril Mines, which I'm probably gonna do anyway, but whatever. Yeah, there's Biggs. Yeah, there we go. An actual save. Yeah, so there is a somewhat well-known glitch that happens in that previous area. When we come down that first ladder, just before meeting Wedge, there is some issue that happens with a ladder in there that pretty much soft locks the game. I have heard about it, but I've never personally had it happen to me. However, I have had that same glitch happen when we do the return to Midgar later in the game, where there is a ladder that does the same issue, and it like soft locks the game. So I do have to remember to save just before that ladder. It's going to be a long time before we get there, and I'm sure I'll remember it by then anyway. I can't remember if any other glitches with the ladders, but yeah, it is kind of interesting how it happens.